What a wild weekend in crypto. Silicon Valley Bank, Signature Bank, and Silvergate have all gone under. It's been a wild few days. It's still Sunday in the US. It's a public holiday here in Melbourne. I haven't had my coffee yet. I also don't have somewhere to stay. I'm waiting to check into my Airbnb, so I'm in my hat and my hoodie. Apologies. I've got my suitcase here in the office. No one else is here, so I thought I'd just jump on and do a quick wrap up of what I know so far. This is very confusing, everything that's going on. I'm going to try and break it down as simple as possible in the shortest amount of time so you can get back to your everyday lives. Now, let's get into it. First of all, what we had, we've got three different banks, right? We've got Signature Bank, and we've got Silicon Valley Bank, and we've got Silvergate Bank. Three have collapsed in all different scenarios. So, first of all, we had the Silvergate Bank. Now, these were all crypto-friendly banks. I want to be clear, there's not that many crypto-friendly banks. Now, what Matt, our head of research, was saying the other day was that, a lot of these crypto businesses here in the US, obviously need banks to be friendly for crypto to actually transact. And a lot of those, like Circle for USDC, crypto exchanges, etc., they're basically pre-FTX Valley. There was Silvergate, Signature Bank, Silicon Valley Bank, and now there's basically none. There's literally Signature Bank, which was restricted, and now pretty much we've just decayed all of the last 10 years of work of building US crypto friendly banks. So the outlook is pretty bleak for businesses. But anyway, let's get back to it. So Silvergate, first of all, was the one to collapse. Silvergate had, I guess, some still exposure to FTX, but they were also getting a lot of pressures from US regulators. They basically came in and were making their lives really difficult. From what I understand, they had liquidity, they had, they're giving all the depositors back in full, but they were just making it really difficult for the bank with, people coming in and, wanting to do audits and really expensive, regulatory, paperwork, and they were just making their life really difficult. So Silvergate, I'm pretty sure, just went, you know what, no, stuff this. Their stock price was down a lot. They had to start selling some of their assets as well to start paying back depositors. Anyway, not ideal. That basically now is shut down. Then we had Silicon Valley Bank had a bit of a run on the bank. Now, if you don't know how these banks work, they don't hold one-for-one cash in the bank. What I believe Silicon Valley Bank had, they had approximately $120 billion worth of deposits, customer deposits. They had less than 10% of that in cash. Now, that's actually illegal. I think it's somewhere around 10-25% they need to hold either cash or liquid assets to sell in case people want to come and get their money out. Now, what that doesn't take into account is a bank run. When a bank run happens, when everyone floods to get their money out, that money isn't there. And what happened was the bank was basically saying they were trying to shore up the balance sheet. They were selling some of their longer-term bonds and assets at a loss, which then plummeted the stock price. People got scared, and then there was a run on the bank. Over the weekend, then what we saw was the Silicon Valley Bank basically shut down. And a lot of businesses' money was in there. Now, Silicon Valley Bank was a major bank, $200 billion bank. And the difference in the US versus Australia is there's a lot more banks in the US. I heard over 50% of venture-backed businesses banked with Silicon Valley Bank. And all of a sudden, it got completely wiped out. It couldn't pay payroll. You couldn't take your money out. Businesses had raised millions of dollars, and all of a sudden they can't get access to any of that. Can you imagine that? That would be insane. And then one of the problems we had was that the USDC, I lost my article anyway. I'll just run it here. USDC, which is owned by Circle, the stable coin, had somewhere up to 25% of its cash reserves in Silicon Valley Bank, which could now no longer access. Now, in terms of the total cash USDC held, I think it was only about $3.5 billion. So 25% of $3.5 billion was held, I believe, in Silicon Valley Bank. So they couldn't get it out. And then basically there was a huge scare over the weekend about USDC going to zero, and obviously everything that happened last year with UST. Basically people were scared and people were selling. Now, the difference between USDC and UST was UST is an algorithmic stablecoin. USD is backed one-for-one. Circle came out over the weekend and said they would cover any losses because of the Silicon Valley Bank drama. Over the weekend or yesterday or even today, I'm pretty sure I saw, we've seen that the US government basically came out and said that they will actually that they will cover the losses and deposits of Silicon Valley Bank to prevent contagion. So because of this news, the markets are rebounding really positively. Basically, everyone's going to get their money back. The US government's stepping in. They've also said the US government aren't going to rely on US taxpayers to pay this back, which means, guess what? Money printers fire it up. That's how they're paying all this back. And the markets have rebounded. So USDC is back to $1. Bitcoin's up 10%. Ethereum's up 10%. And we actually put a post out to our members on the weekend because there was a lot going on. People were scared about not panicking. And this is one of the reasons why I guess it's so valuable to have some experts or team of people helping you with these markets, because there was so much crap on Twitter and YouTube over the weekend. Honestly, it was ridiculous. Like, people were saying it's going to zero, sell everything, trade it on the way up, do all sorts of random stuff. We put a post out yesterday. This was Saturday night, basically saying, look, this is what's going on. The stablecoin is depegged. It's an unfolding situation, but please don't panic. This is not a black swan event. It's a white swan event. And we're pretty confident that the money will be paid back and we'll get back to one-on-one. It's not what a lot of people are saying online. So that was, I guess, just to show you that in crypto, things get really, really emotional really, really quickly. People are saying all sorts of nonsense, but it's important to get down to the facts and understand really what's going on. So that was one of the things that we sort of put out to help our members, and hopefully, a lot of you didn't lose too much money if you went and sold at a lower price than $1. Now, so we've spoken about Silicon Valley Bank, we've spoken about Silvergate, and now Signature Bank has also been shut down by state regulators. So again, another crypto-friendly bank, which has been taken into receivership. The third bank collapsed in under a week. After Silvergate's voluntary liquidation, Silicon Valley shut down, and now this one is to protect depositors. But I just believe the Federal Reserve are really cracking down on crypto businesses. Crypto banks are making it really hard for them to basically function, which is going to make a lot of other crypto businesses really difficult to function as well, stable coins, etc. So I actually think this is really bearish news. I think maybe the market's overcorrecting to the upside. I don't think it's actually that bullish. Like, if we think about, what the Fed are doing right now, they're really cracking down on crypto-related, banks and businesses. So, look, this is ever unfolding. There's a lot happening over the weekend. I've probably missed some stuff. I think I've got most of that accurate. If I haven't, let me know in the comments below. Doing my best, as I said, I've been traveling, trying to keep up with it, eyes hooked onto Twitter. I've just tried to encapsulate everything that's going on right now so you can be across the markets. I do these updates once a week on Twitter and LinkedIn. It's called Crypto Coffee with Ben. I usually do it on my phone, but this I felt deserved a little bit more than that. And if you're wanting a little bit more confidence in crypto, you're busy, you got family, maybe you're around holiday, you didn't even see what's going on. We've built Collective Shift to basically have a team work for you. So you're going to get alerts when the markets move. You would have got that alert Saturday night giving you exactly what you need to know without the bullshit. There's so much crap in this crypto space that we're really trying to navigate that. We've got a team of 6 analysts that are basically working 24/7, cut out all the BS, give you what you need to know. Our membership started at $19 a month. We've got a money back guarantee. I honestly think it'll be so valuable for you, but head over to collectiveshift.io and check it out. It starts at $19 a month. Honestly, it's worth its weight in gold, in my opinion. I hope that's been helpful. I'll see you next time on Crypto Coffee with Ben. Thanks all.